There exists a level of mental and physical power that makes a person appear untouchable. Today, you're going to learn how one man reached that state 400 years ago, and how you can reach it as well. Have you ever encountered someone who simply doesn't break? Someone who steps into any situation without hesitation, without retreating, without negotiating with themselves. While others invent excuses to justify their failures, while most quit at the first obstacle, this person continues forward. And what do people usually say? He's just lucky. She was born with better genetics. He only succeeded because he knows the boss. Yet what most refuse to acknowledge is the price behind that strength. They don't want to pay it, but they still judge those who stand firm in the arena. 4 centuries ago in Japan, during the Tokugawa period, there lived a man who won more than 60 duels. He began at 13 years old and never tasted defeat. If you've followed this channel, you already know who this is. His name may even be in the title. Miyamoto Musashi was neither the biggest nor the fastest warrior of his time. What he built instead was something unbreakable. A mind free of hesitation and a body without perceived limits. Before his death, he documented his philosophy in the Book of 5 Rings. Within its pages lies a precise blueprint for transforming your mind and body into something others look at and wonder, how is that even possible? But there's a catch. Musashi's path is not about motivation. It's about subtraction. He didn't grow stronger by adding more. He gained strength by removing everything that weakened him. Before we dive deeper, I invite you to subscribe, like the video, and comment below. What's the biggest mental or physical weakness you want to eliminate? Your engagement helps the channel grow, and I genuinely enjoy reading your thoughts. Now, back to the lesson. Chapter 1, The Awakening. This story begins with Lucas, 32 years old, engineer, married, 2 kids, ordinary life, ordinary struggles. But he had a specific issue. He was weak. Not only physically, but mentally as well. Each morning he promised himself he'd work out. He signed up for the gym 3 separate times, canceling every membership. Diet started on Monday and collapsed by Wednesday. Alarms were set early, yet the snooze button was hit 7 times. The pattern repeated endlessly: powerful intention, fragile execution, and it extended beyond fitness. At work, pressure made him freeze. Difficult conversations with his wife were postponed. When his children needed correction and guidance, he left it to her. Lucas wasn't acting. He was reacting. He drifted on autopilot. Until one day, during a critical meeting, he suffered a panic attack in front of his boss. His heart pounded. His palms sweated. The room spun. He had to excuse himself. Medical tests came back normal. Diagnosis: stress, anxiety, and an untrained mind. The doctor told him something that changed everything. Your body reacts to imaginary threats because your mind cannot distinguish real danger from discomfort. You need to train your nervous system. Lucas went home and began searching for methods to strengthen the mind. That's when he discovered Musashi. And he realized something important. Musashi hadn't written philosophy. He had written a war manual applied to life. Chapter 2. The Principle of Elimination. One of the first ideas Lucas encountered in the Book of Five Rings seemed paradoxical. Have no preferences. Depend on no particular weapon. How can you master something without relying on it? The explanation became clear. Strength cannot rely on perfect conditions. If you can only train with equipment, you are weak. If silence is required for meditation, you are weak. If rest is necessary for focus, you are weak. True power is performing under any circumstance. Musashi trained with wooden swords, steel swords, 2 swords, 1 sword, or none at all. He fought under the sun, in rain, through cold and heat. Because the enemy doesn't wait for your readiness. Lucas saw his flaw. His productivity required an office. His workouts required sleep. Healthy eating required his wife's cooking. His discipline depended on comfort, so he removed dependency. He started small, push-ups, no equipment, no schedule. Just the floor and his body, 20 per day. Anywhere, anytime, any condition. Week 1 was simple. Week 2 brought soreness. Week 3, business travel. Week 4, illness. Previously, this is where he would quit. This time he remembered Musashi's rule: practice continues regardless of circumstance. Hotel room push-ups. Sick. Do 10 instead of 20. No energy. Do 5. But never 0. Chapter 3. Haijoshin. The everyday mind. By day 40, push-ups were automatic. But mentally, chaos remained. Work stress. Financial anxiety. Fear of failing his family. His body was improving, yet his mind was unstable. He encountered a principle Musashi valued above combat technique. Haijoshin. The ordinary, unchanged mind. In battle, your mind should be identical to when you're drinking tea. No excitement. No fear. Just presence. How is that possible? Musashi's answer was simple and harsh. Train yourself not to react. Don't suppress fear. Become someone who doesn't need to respond to it. Lucas began experimenting. Whenever anxiety rose, traffic jams, tense meetings, marital arguments, he observed instead of reacting. He breathed deeply and labeled sensations. Racing heart, sweaty hands, tight jaw, observation without judgment. At first, it was agonizing. His body demanded escape, but he remained still. The breakthrough came during a meeting when his boss shouted at him publicly. Normally he would freeze. This time, he noticed the fear and kept speaking calmly. No trembling voice. No sweating palms. Clear response. His boss looked confused. The team was stunned. Lucas recognized it immediately. He had accessed Haijoshin, the unmoving mind. Neuroscientists explain that non-reactive emotional observation rewires the amygdala over time. What once triggered panic eventually triggers awareness instead. Chapter 4. The Warrior's Path. Musashi understood that a calm mind without a capable body is fantasy. When the body weakens, the mind wavers. When the body strengthens, the mind stabilizes. After 60 days of push-ups, Lucas needed escalation. So he chose a challenge, 100 push-ups daily for 30 days. However long it took. However many breaks required. Day 1 lasted 45 minutes. By day 5, his arms barely lifted. Day 10 brought doubt from his wife. By day 15, 20 minutes. Day 30, 12 minutes nonstop. But the true shift wasn't physical. It was psychological. Once you prove to yourself that something impossible can be done, you stop negotiating with difficulty. Chapter 5. Zanshin. Remaining awareness. Musashi spoke of Zanshin, the mind that remains. Not tension, but sustained presence. Many warriors won duels and relaxed too early, only to be struck down. The battle ends only when safety is certain. Lucas saw how often he relaxed prematurely. Finish a project, zone out. Achieve a goal, stop training. He began staying present after action. After push-ups, 30 seconds standing in awareness. After meetings, 1 minute reflecting before checking his phone. Small habit, massive difference. Awareness integrated lessons. Distraction erased them. Within 90 days, co-workers noticed. You're different. His wife said it directly. You've changed. She was right. Chapter 6. Fudoshin. The immovable mind. On day 105, Lucas faced his test. Emergency meeting. Company layoffs. He was being fired. Old Lucas would spiral. Panic. Catastrophic thinking. This time, he felt the shock. Then stillness. No fight or flight response. Just presence. I see. What's the timeline? 30 days notice. He returned to his desk and continued working. Others cried, panicked, froze. Lucas remained calm, not because he didn't care, but because he had cultivated Fudoshin, the unshaken mind. Over the next month, he updated his resume, activated his network, attended interviews. By day 23, 3 offers arrived. He chose the best. 40% higher pay. Resilience isn't innate. It's built through repeated exposure to discomfort. Chapter 7. The strategy of emptiness. Musashi taught a final tactical insight in combat. Do not aim to win. Aim not to lose. Fighting to win creates reckless openings. Fighting not to lose preserves wholeness. At his new job, Lucas didn't try to shine immediately. He avoided mistakes. Arrived on time. Delivered consistently. Avoided drama. 3 months later, he was promoted. You're not the most brilliant, his boss said, but you're the most reliable. Reliability surpasses brilliance. He applied this everywhere. No junk food. No broken promises. No skip training. He didn't aim for perfection. He eliminated weakness. Chapter 8. Letting go of the self. 6 months in, Lucas was stronger, calmer, steadier. Yet one fear remained if he stopped. Would it all collapse? Musashi's final teaching addressed this. Abandon the self. You are not your achievements or failures. You are the practice. Lucas stopped counting days. Stopped posting progress. Removed validation. The discipline continued, but without ego. You cannot lose what you are. Only what you possess. Ironically, people grew uncomfortable around him. His presence mirrored their excuses. Complaints faded when he entered the room. Friends joked less about discipline. Strength unsettles those who choose comfort. Chapter 9. Complete integration. After a year, Lucas hadn't changed personality. He had removed everything unnecessary. Discipline wasn't effort anymore. It was identity. Musashi described this unity as sword and Zen being one. No separation between practice and practitioner. You don't train. You are training. When asked how he stayed disciplined, Lucas answered, I'm not disciplined. I removed the parts that wanted to quit. Mental and physical mastery isn't accumulation. It's elimination. Training becomes as natural as breathing. Musashi died at 62, alone in a cave, writing. No wealth, no titles. Yet he possessed total self-mastery. His final reflection, no regrets. How many reach the end able to say that? The question isn't how Musashi did it. The question is why you aren't. You have the same 24 hours. The same body. The same human potential. The difference is willingness. Willingness to remove dependencies, to practice until identity forms, to discard what is non-essential. This level of strength isn't rare because it's impossible. It's rare because it's uncomfortable. But you are not the majority. If you've watched this far, you've already proven that. Now ask yourself, what will you eliminate first? If you found value here, subscribe, activate the bell, and like the video. And comment below, which addiction goes first? Which weakness transforms first? Remember, strength that unsettles others is the only strength worth building. Thank you for your attention. I'll see you in the next video.